Hey guys, welcome back to Transplants. My name is Amy and I'm about to show you how to be a total cheapskate in the garden. First of all, I'd like to say that it is the season. I went to town and I only go to Home Goods about once every 5 years or something. I'm more of a Hobby Lobby slash Tractor Supply gal. But they did have Halloween decor items out. Halloween stuff is out. And those of you that know me personally know that I think home decor is Halloween decor. It's one and the same. I'll keep that stuff up year round. I love it. I love the Halloween decorations and little items. So, that being said, I have a lot that I would like to go over, and I want to show you this big giant tub. Now right now I have dirt in it for we're going to be up-potting some plants here. But you can see how big this tub is. And I had one of those was completely heaped over full of just Cherokee Trail of Tears beans. They are very prolific. At this point I have blanched and frozen as much as I can, and we've eaten a lot of them, and I gave a tub that size away. Now I'm just going to let the beans be on there, and because if you let them go and get larger and larger and dry out, you can shell them for the black beans, and I think that's where we're at with that bean. Now, how are we going to be cheapskates in the garden? Let me tell you, using seeds instead of going to buy your plants is an absolute game changer. You can spend $5 on a plant, or you can spend $2 on a packet of seeds and have 20 of that plant. So that is definitely already saving you money. Now, what I do is I just buy these. I brought one here that's not been used yet. I just get this at the Dollar General. It's $5 and it holds 72, it's got 72 cells. The cells are where you're going to put your seeds to start them. And it's right there. You've got 72 plants that can come out of that. So far you've only spent $5. Then you go to Walmart and you get the starter soil. Also, again, this is only like $5 or $6 a bag. And to fill this up, I did use this and I put it in a bucket with water and make it muddy first. And I had already started it. I would say you use 1/4 of a bag per container here with 72 cells. So if you bought enough of these to use an entire bag of your dirt, this is, let's see if it'll tell me, 12 quarts of starter seed mix, dirt. You could easily fill 4 of these for sure. And so, all in all, you've spent $25 for the system to get your seeds started. And then, let's say on average, and it depends on what the seed is and how many seeds are in each packet, and the prices range wildly. But on average, let's say $3 a seed packet. So if you spent $15, you would have 5 different varieties of plants also. So if you got 4 of these, you would have 288 plants. That's a substantial garden. And so you can get a garden, as far as the plants are concerned, you can get your plants started for $50 and have 288 plants at least. We're going to go over some of that. Another way is seed saving, and I wanted to show you how I save the seeds. And I brought an example over here for you. This is from a bell pepper that I ate. And all I've done is take the seeds out and I write bell pepper on that. This is just paper towel And then I place another paper towel on top of that. And I've got one here for green bell peppers as well. So I've been seed saving out of bell peppers. And this here, as you can see from my labeling sticks, it says Cherokee. And that's because this is a Cherokee heirloom, one of those purple tomatoes. And what I did is I actually purchased one. And I did eat that tomato. We ate it. And I saved the seeds and I soaked them for 24 hours in a bowl of water to get that mucusy tomato snot off of them. And then from there, I planted the seeds. And I've kind of let these get kind of root bound. I'm running way behind on things, guys. But what I'm doing is separating, because I put a whole bunch of seeds in this one pod, so now I need to separate those. And we're going to up pot. And here I have the dirt that we've made out of the wood chips and mulch. And these containers are from past years that I've purchased plants from stores. I save the containers. And once people realize that you're into gardening and everything, everybody's always coming over and bringing containers and pots and stuff like that. You know, you'll still be buying a few plants because it's addictive. And that's what you'll do. You just will. And but once your friends and neighbors figure out that you are into gardening, they will start showing up with all their pots from the plants they've purchased every spring. So I have a plentiful supply of these and other size pots and stuff. Also, if you've ever bought enough of them, they just give you the tray that contains them all. I just wanted to share that buying seeds, number one, is a lot cheaper than buying the plants. And I think we all start out just buying the plants. I know I did. Let me scoop this in here. And it can be overwhelming if you go at gardening thinking you have to buy all your plants pre-sown in the big buckets at the big box stores. And then you think about adding the dirt. Well, good dirt is going to cost you money unless you are using a compost pile of wood chipping like we are. Now when you use the wood chips though, as the wood chips are disintegrating, if you will, it does actually absorb. It takes up a lot of nitrogen. So you want to make sure that your plants are getting plenty of nitrogen if you're using the wood chip method. And I have all the free wood chips in the world because the hippie has a tree service. And I realize that that is not something that everybody has access to. However, if you probably talk to a tree service in your area, you know, the guys that go around cutting trees down, and do the stump grinding, they would probably love to put a pile of chips in your yard because they have to get rid of the wood chips some way, somehow. Now we actually use ours, so that situation is a little bit different. But I am sure that you guys can make friends with a tree guy and have more chips than you know what to do with. Now, I have already put some of the Cherokee tomatoes in the ground, in the garden. I've planted them. And they are putting off, I noticed, because some of my, well, you can just tell they're a purple tomato. They're not the same color as a regular tomato. Using seeds for your garden to create your plants for your garden, it already saves you money tenfold. But then once you get into seed saving, it really is a game changer. And I'm not so worried if I lose plants because I've always got some backups. Right now, we have gone through, no kidding guys, about 3 months of a drought situation, and now it has started to rain, and my tomato plants look really, really bad. They look done, and I cannot complain because I have processed about 40 pounds of tomatoes. I've made pizza sauce, spaghetti sauce, I've canned salads with tomatoes in it, salsas with tomatoes in it. We've eaten a lot of the tomatoes. I cannot complain one bit. Okay guys, it's time to think about replacing the plants that are in our summer garden with what we will want to have in our late summer garden slash spring, fall. I'm thinking backwards. And I had picked up this vegetable planting guide. This is for my area, and I picked it up from a local nursery. And it does tell me what I'm supposed to be planting when, as far as our seasons go out here. And so I have selected some plants, and some of them I don't ever have very good luck with. Now, you remember my box, my organizer, also from the seed saving, or the seed unboxing video. I've got these labels. I buy these at our hardware store, and then I can write what I've got going on. You don't ever want to, you try your best to label things, and sometimes it still gets unorganized. But this packet got wet somehow. We're going to go ahead and plant some pumpkins. And this is the sugar pie pumpkin, if you guys can see that. And that's just a variety that I had ordered from Botanical Interest. I've never done pumpkins before. There's a lot this year that I've just never done before. And I tell you what, it has been super fun gardening that way. I'm always surprised. And I cannot believe how abundant the garden has been this year, because I went with more diversity, and I've never put the flowers so close in the gardens. I've never had this many flowers, to be honest with you, but they seem to really help draw in the pollinators very well, I guess, because the gardens have been non-stop. We're going to write pumpkin on here. And all I'm going to do, I've already pre-filled these cells. Here's one that's with some of my starting mix, my seed starting mix. I put it in a bucket and put water on it, warm water, not hot, just warm water is what I prefer to use. And fill the cells about 3/4 of the way full. And then I will go back to my bucket, because I didn't bring it in here, when I get all my seeds in here, and put a small layer of that dirt on top of the seeds. As you can see here, we've started out with pumpkins. And there they are. And so I will go cover those when we get to covering them. Now this one here is cabbage. I normally wouldn't raise cabbage, but you guys know my girls love cabbage. And this one's looks like it's a Copenhagen Market is the name of this cabbage. Tiny little seeds in there. So we're just going to do this. Sprinkle them on in there. And here we have Snowball Y. Is the cauliflower. Never have I been successful at cauliflower. I think I've tried it once in my life. It just didn't come up. So We'll kind of spread those out among two of them. And we will do some kale. I'm going to do the kale because everybody seems to have good luck with kale year-round. I think the chickens would like to eat some kale. And this was a super cheap, as you can see. It was 4 for $1. I paid 25 cents for this seed packet. So, I mean, honestly, at 25 cents for a seed packet, do I care if it comes up or not? Not really. But I will give it a go. We'll see what happens there. And this lettuce is new red fire lettuce that I'll be trying. Again, I bought this from Botanical Interest. Guys, I've tried Brussels sprouts for a few years now. Tried them off and on. Never a good story behind it. I get some beautiful, strong-looking plants that don't ever do anything as far as giving me a Brussels sprout, so we will see. Hey guys, I don't know about you, but I'm sick about hearing about these green stalks. Everybody is raving about the green stalks. I did go to the green stalk website and I did check them out. And they are priced too high. At least for me. I told y'all I was a cheapskate when you started watching this. So, what I did is basically I Googled 5-tiered planters. These were available at Sam's Club. Okay, it looks like these are the stackable. You've got a spacer here to put in there, I assume for water drainage, because it fits right in there, and then you just stack them up. Now, I'm not sure if you're that impressed with this or not. It doesn't seem to swivel. I can put the damn thing on rollers and still be cheaper than the green stalks. It seemed to me, even with the discount codes and their sale, it was going to be $100 per planter stack, and that's before I even got to the shipping cost. So I went to Sam's Club. I ordered 3 sets of these, $19.99, like 20 bucks a piece. So I spent $60 and now I have 3 of these. So that's what we will use. A lot of these lettuces and kales will go in these for the fall gardening. And while I have your attention, I also bought another one of these. It is a metal shelf. I have not put this one together. I've previously bought this also from Sam's Club for $50, and this one was on sale for $40. Okay guys, there you have it. You've seen the metal shelf that I bought for $50 once upon a time. Now it's $10 off. At least it was when I ordered it from samsclub.com. I've ordered 3 of the 5-tier planters, spending $60 because they were $20 a piece at Sam's Club. We now know that doing seeds instead of buying plants will drastically cut your budget. We know where to get the cheaper cells to start our seeds in. We know about the dirt. And we know that once we start seed saving, it's an absolute game changer. Not only do you save more money because you're not spending that money buying new seeds every spring, but I have found that the seeds that I save from things grown here, the following year when I use those seeds, that plant seems to be much stronger and more fruitful. It seems to adapt to its area. So as I save seeds year after year after year, these plants seem to be getting better and better and better. Anyways, it doesn't take a lot. We recycle our pots. We can be creative with our pots. Use red Solo cups. Just punch the drain hole in it. Whatever it takes, guys. You can do this, and it doesn't take a ton of money to do this. I know a lot of times we watch these YouTubers, and they spend so much money on all of the things that they're putting together. They're doing that to make it look so good for videos. But you don't actually have to do all of that. You don't have to go out and spend the big bucks. You can do this. This has been going on since the beginning of time. It's food, guys. So it doesn't have to be super, super expensive. Make friends with the tree service in your area. You've got some wood chips coming, I guarantee you. Anyways, I hope you find this helpful and somewhat educational. And thanks for hanging out with me today. If you do like this video, please subscribe to our channel, because we're always putting out different stuff. And give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions or have some way that you're saving money, maybe leave it in the comment. I'd love to see how everybody else is saving money. Maybe I need to start doing something you're doing. Until then, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye. Like and subscribe!